Okay. Okay, thank you much. So now I would like to share with you what we did. So can you see the presentation and the slides are changing? Okay. So we decided, or that we agreed on the beginning of last year, that we will be talking about, like, say, 3 areas connected with food, bio-based product and agriculture in this 3 sector or 3 areas of interest as governance and system change, urban food system transformation, and food waste and resource efficiency. And during the year, we organized like 3 circular talks.
Sorry,
yes?
we see your not the presentation screen, but the other one, and the slides are not changing. We still see the first.
Okay. Wait, just ask Huber for help. So you can't see when the slides are changing. No?
Yeah, but you only have to put in presentation mode. Oh no. Okay.
Now it's changing?
Yes,
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. So we organized 3 circular talks. First one was about governance and system change. Then we have the role of cities to boost the circularity of food system. And the last one, the third one, was the resource efficiency to help the combat and food waste. So it was quite interesting with a pretty rich program. It is still available on the European Circular Economy Stakeholder Platform, the recordings and the whole program. So I will not go into that very deep. I sent you this presentation later also, and I also attached the links to each of these pictures, so you can just only click on that and they direct you directly to the each particular circular talk, or I don't know, the video recording. Then you can, like, go back and see what is really going on. Then we have this big event in Dubai on beginning of this year in January, when we organized the Circular Expo Dubai Days, and each of the leadership group have their own event. We have in our Polish pavilion, we have the future of bioeconomy in the circular economy transition. So it was kind of high level event, however, workshop, where we can also have very interesting panel discussion, and also I can send you that later, and you can just go directly to it if you want to watch it again. We also prepare a reflection paper, and thank you very much as well for that, because I think it is kind of our joint efforts, and really a lot of you was involved. We have pretty broad range of authors or co-authors of these documents, and I think we end up with really nice, interesting, comprehensive reflection paper, which cover like different topic of bioeconomy. As well, I think also, Caroline, it's my maybe suggestion, because this webpage of Circular Economy Stakeholder, it's not very user-friendly, I would say. And actually you hide it as much, this reflection paper, that I have to be really desperate to find it, to be honest. Because as you see, you have to go to the European Commission, then the coordination group, to activities and documents, and then 2020, I don't know what 2020. So, normally I think no one can find it. Only the one which really know where is it. So it's actually, it's a pity, because we really put a lot of effort. It's better if you could a little bit better promote it. It's just my personal suggestion, because
I think if I may jump in, so we are planning to revamp the entire, not the entire web page, but we are aware that it is a bit like hidden, concealed on the webpage. So I take note of it, and in the course of the year or the course of the following months, we will give more visibility to that, because we need to revamp the website a bit.
Yes,
so we're on it.
That's my kind suggestion, I would say. But for your purposes, I put you a link to make your life easier, in this document, so you don't have to dig in. But at the end of the day, I think we have a very nice, comprehensive document. And the last things which we did during the year was the workshop, was Circular Economy Stakeholder Conference, where we organized the workshop of our leadership group. And once again, thank you very much for the one which contribute. I think this year was, as I said, Paola, our university, Alchemia Nova. Thank you very much, because you also was involved a lot in all our activities and a great support. So really thank you. Thank you for that. And also you can watch it. That's recording. It's still available online. Here you can see the program, what is, because we talked during this workshop and during Circular Economy Stakeholder, we have 3 modules about agri-plastic and circularity and bio-based industry, trends and food waste and youth, how universities can help improve the action. So that was our main topic during the workshop session. And this is kind of panel discussion. So what we have to do for the coming year, because last year was pretty challenging, I would say, and we have to organize a lot of things. This year it seems a little bit better, and this year so far at least, because we again have to organize the circular talk, but only one. It doesn't have to be 3. And also Secretariat suggests it should be 1. If we have like idea or concept for the second one, we can discuss with them. But I think, this circular talks was so many last year that it was a little bit overwhelming. So they want to limit it to less number, I would say. So then we have to discuss it and think really carefully what we want to show and what we want to talk during this one particular circular talk. Then again, we have to prepare a reflection paper, and it's supposed to be until or before the end of the year. We can, of course, start to think about it, how it's supposed to look now. I even think, because also Secretariat thinking of give us the new tools like communication tool, maybe video, but it's still not confirmed yet. But my ambition, or maybe my idea, maybe it will be to prepare something different, not again like a document, but maybe some nice funny video with message from all partners of our group, or something like this, to make it more vivid and creative, and to bring more attention, I would say, from the public, but it's also for discussion. And still we have to find out if this kind of new kind of communication tool will be available for us. And again, stakeholders conference workshop, it will be next year. It will be in March, most probably, but it's also not confirmed yet. So still we have time for that. So probably we will come back to that on the beginning of next year.
What do you think, Agnieszka? I have an idea. I mean, to change the formats and break them a bit from these original papers and circular talks, boring stuff. Sorry for that. But what if we brought some of the nice examples that are out there in front of, show them and ask them to provide us with maximum 90 seconds videos of the solutions, and we have like a series of best practice videos showing the process and really showing the systems. And then of course we can maybe one of us can be responsible for one case, each of one of us, and then we talk with them, having something like an interview or some sort, and everything is just 1 minute, that people watch it.
Yes. Super cool. I love the idea, actually, and it could be super. I don't know, what do you think? Because now I think I finished more or less, and now it's time for discussion, your ideas, your input, your insights.
Okay, sorry.
So no, it's perfect. No, perfect. It's just right on time, I would say, because I think that's it's what we have to discuss now. So what do you think about the Johannes idea? Or maybe you have any other suggestion as well? Because from my perspective, it's nice to have something different. It's always brought more attention and more creative.
Agnieszka, I totally agree. I like very much the idea. And I think that a new digital format like video podcast, for example, with which we can interview people from best practices in the food system, in bioeconomy, could be more friendly and usable from our target of people interested. So we can create a specific channel for podcast and video into the CESP platform. I don't know if it's possible, so that we can reflect the activities that all the partner are involved in.
Remember that we also have this LinkedIn group, yes, about bioeconomy food system,
also
and also we can also like present there all our materials, yes, and all our outcomes.
I also agree and support Johanna's idea totally. Yeah.
Okay, great. Also, what I want to discuss with you, because so far our leadership group, the name was Food Waste, Food System and Bioeconomy. And I don't know, what do you think? It's under discussion, because my suggestion is a little bit change it, or because for me it's bioeconomy now, it's more important, and it's kind of umbrella, because this food waste, food system, it's a little bit level lower, I would say, yes, and it's one kind of the stage in value chain which we can use for bioeconomy. But so far, I think bioeconomy sector, it's developing so fast, it's becoming so crucial actually for value chain. So for me, I would rather call it the bioeconomy group. Yes, Maki?
Agnieszka, yes, no, first of all, I mean, I agree with you that the maybe last year the name was very broad. Just a reflection in terms of how the work of the group also relates with the policy developments at the EU level, because I mean, I was just thinking that the one of food system in a way links with sustainable food system framework, and you know that really looks at the food system, and the Commission is planning to present next year. So do we see, let's say, do we see a direct link? Do we want to stress the link basically of the work that the group does with what is happening at the policy level? And in that sense, should also the name of the group reflect this intention, if the intention of, you know, everybody in the group is there? From my perspective, I think it would be, I mean, I think it would be also useful in terms of how of what comes out of the group is then used and is relevant to, you know, to the policy processes that are happening. But of course, I mean, happy to hear what you and the others think.
So please.
Just a question. Do you mean to include the policy word in our title? No.
No, not in that sense, but like to kind of like see the work that we're doing as a contribution to the policy discussions that are happening. So you see, like to kind of make the link a bit clearer, that we are also contributing with, you know, with the examples that we present, with the research that we have done, with the thinking that we've also put in the report and that we have presented at the different events, to the topics that are now on the table of policymakers.
Yeah, this would be nice. I don't know how we should include it in the name, although if you have any suggestion, please. But it would be nice to reflect it. You're totally right. And maybe not, if I may add, not to, we need to add into the bioeconomy title the circularity, because everything in bioeconomy is not circular. So circular bioeconomy, or maybe sustainable or circular and sustainable bioeconomy, something like that, I would totally agree and support.
What about circular bioeconomy transformation, bringing in this transformation as well? But I mean, circular bioeconomy group is also fine. It's maybe easier flowing, but yeah.
Transformation, transition, I don't know, it's...
Yeah.
May I jump in? As for our secretariat, so yeah, for the integration of circular in the name, I would leave that out, because if you look at the other leadership group teams, you don't see any mention of circular, because it all concerns circular economy. and it's better to shorten the title. So if, I mean, it's definitely related to circular economy topics. So therefore I would leave circular out. For example, circular cities, we left this year circular also out. So it's just cities and regions to make it shorter and a bit more catchier.
Maybe it could be like bioeconomy and food systems. I don't know, that's it, yeah.
Or only bioeconomy. I think food system is part of it.
I would suggest bioeconomy for sustainable food system. So we match the title for the food policy that Maki was mentioned with the bioeconomy.
But it's not bioeconomy, as it's not food only. It's now
textile, yeah.
And it's so important that we get access of this biomass to all these industries. That's like, you know, a petrol-based industry. How should we work on that? So it's really.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree with you. But bioeconomy is cross-industry from scratch, from the origin. But this leadership group remain a leadership group on food. That means food that is related, thanks to the bioeconomy models, with all the other sectors or industries, fashion or every kind of sector. But the question is, we remain a leadership group at the European level for the food system or not? This is the question. I perfectly understand that bioeconomy connect and link food with non-food industry.
I know that we have in a group very different entities. You know, there is some which also deal with forestry, for example. Yes, I don't know, bioplastics as well. So it's for me, it's not only as Johannes mentioned, only food system. I would. Because also like the entities which are member of our group, it's not only dealing with food, like I say. But food is an important part of that. And it's also kind of crucial where we also can get this all biomass, but it's not only, I think.
Me too, I have a same question like Paula said. For me, it's more important to be much focusing on food system. And I don't think so. I know that how Johanna said that bioeconomy is very large sector, but we must be sure in which direction we'll go, because otherwise it will be very difficult to have a focus in what means food system. And for this reason, for me, it's very important to know if we will go a little bit forward by the food system, we'll take bioeconomy like a large umbrella with all the things. And because otherwise, I don't know if we will be unable to come with all of, I don't know, knowledge, innovation, research, and expertise in all of things.
That's a question under discussion. That's why I come up with that, you know, to discuss with you.
For me, my point of interest is related to the food system.
For us, it's industry. So it's industry as well, let's say.
So maybe I prepare the opinion poll and send to all members of our leadership group. They can indicate, you know, what is the most important and, you know, how they approach it. And then we will see, yes, what is kind of the ratio of interest within our members, yes. Because I said we have almost 30 entities and it's very different angles and very different expertise. But I don't say that we don't want to take care of food. I think this is, like, as I said before, it's quite important. So if anyone want to add something to that, is it like?
Just one more thing, maybe, because it's a general misunderstanding. I think, I mean, circular economy is quite broad, but usually circular economy in food systems stops at the way of saving food, reducing food loss, And that's where the most of the focus, let's say, go into that. But if you think it through, that's not circular economy, that's just increasing efficiency. It's really about resource efficiency, this topic. So we need to distinguish about what is really circular economy that we want to work with. Circular economy means nutrients go back from where they come from. So it's regenerative by design. And that's how, I mean, that's starting on the field level interactions, that's starting on the conversion technologies that residues can also, they have these cross-industrial flows, but also at the end, where does the food end? It's either food scraps or it's wastewater, or, you know, how do we get these back? And if we really talk about circular economy and not about resource efficiency increase, then it's, I think we need to tackle the circularity aspects. And that's the key, and that's usually not talked about. And maybe that our leadership group could be about the topics that we usually not people talk so much about, which is not food efficiency increase. You understand? Or is this too far fetched?
Actually, I fully agree with you. Like, you know, that's also my perspective. You're just like speaking my words almost. I don't know the rest, because it doesn't mean that we underestimated the food waste, yes, but I think we need this waste for the textile sector, for example, yes. Now we can, like the leftovers for, I don't know, few plants can fulfill the all demand for textiles, yes, in the world. So that's what we have to show. This kind of links we have to, I think, highlight, not only how to, as you say, limit the food waste. Yes, Maki?
No, just a reflection on what Johannes just said. I mean, I think I very much agree with him in the sense that it would be interesting to explore areas that are not always, you know, like the most talked about. I think, for instance, in terms of food, and from my perspective, sorry, just a parenthesis, I would see, you know, like the group interesting predominantly from a food perspective, because I mean, I work on this. Closing parentheses, and then I will say something on the non-food part. But yeah, I think there is still a bit of a, like in our group, we have quite clear in a sense why the food system, like what is a circular food system. Although, for instance, we're looking a bit more on how to make it from the upstream, then there's some that focus more on the waste. But I think in the outside world, the link is still not so evident. Let's say it's a lot easier to speak about circular economy in the technical side than in the biological side. So I think that our group could really, like Johannes was saying, also explore, you know, much more in depth, what does it mean in the food system circularity, and what are the different aspects. One point on making it broader, like, I mean, as I said,
okay.
Sorry, can you hear me? Sorry, yeah,
yes.
I would stick it to food, predominantly because that's where, you know, I can contribute. But I was thinking, if we have this necessity, I know that there are other groups. Is the link with the other groups something that we could explore? So I mean, now you're mentioning the fashion part. Is this something that the fashion group is also looking at, or we could look together at, so that you know, like maybe a part of the members of this leadership group does a I don't know, I don't want to say working group, but like sees the link, let's say, between the two, because maybe this is a way to reconcile the different needs of the different people in the group.
Thank you. Maite, you raise hand.
Yes, yeah, and I have a question for Johannes. I was not sure about what you mean. Do you mean to include kind of the life cycle perspective on all this, like to include all the phases, no, and even eco design and this kind of stuff, or do you mean to go beyond food? I don't know. Yeah.
No, it's still about food, but circularity of food is usually understood as resource efficiency increase. That's the storyline, the bottom line. Because we talk about food waste and how to reduce food waste, or that's what most people understand for food policies or food, whatever, safe food. But circular economy means getting the nutrients back to the field, and the nutrients end up being either our human excretes, or being, you know, somewhere the dissipated organic waste that is, you know, in every city it's different how it's been collected and how it's been improperly treated to become a compost-like output, which is just used for road construction because it's so bad quality. You know, that's the storyline. So really thinking in these different systems. I mean, it's a long story, but circular economy means getting nutrients back to the food, where they end up.
Simina, you have a raised hand, please.
Yes, I'm agree with what Johanna said about the circular economy. Yes, when we speak about circular economy, the definition is very large and it's about the nutrients and actually the molecular transformation and closing the circle. But what I want to say, actually we are in the textile group too, and they have the same preoccupation like you said on textile part. And for this reason, I want to ask you if maybe it's not better to see what this group is on what is focusing, and because other way this group are doing the same things like the textile group want to do it, and maybe it's I don't know, it will be better to have the focus only in the food system, what means from the starting to the ending and closing, and to let the textile part to the other group.
I just mentioned the textile as an example. Yes, you know, when we can use it.
Okay,
it's not
sorry,
that we have to just focus
not...
on textile. No. It's just one of the examples how this industry can be connected, like how this industrial symbiosis could be creating. So also Maki wrote, I think, in the chat, yes, about this upcycling, which really gained attention, and I fully agree with that. But as you said, we can talk about the food system, how to close the food system. But you know, at the end of this closing the food system, also it's kind of the residues which can be used in other kind of value chain. So anyway, Maki, you want to add some?
Yes,
Maki,
yes, it's true.
You know, because you have raised hand. Okay, it's like, so anyone would like to add something to that? And also because now we have also discussion via emails about the climate change issue, how we can implement this problem, because many of our leadership group have a big impact, maybe not per se our leadership group, but the topics have a big impact for the CO2 or gas emission, yes, reduction, I would say. So now there is discussion how we can highlight this connection between bioeconomy of food waste and, you know, green gas emission reduction.
Yeah, that would also support the topic if we can find the numbers on CO2 and that way have an argumentation line for developers to pick the different solutions up. But I actually wanted to make another comment regarding the cross transfer of the topic to textile. Obviously, fibers or byproducts can be used and can be upcycled to all sorts of textiles in the end. You know, cellulose can be used for this process, paper, of course, but a lot of other industrial processes. But I would also see a strong connection to the hub led by Ladeya. So this hub group. Because food can be converted, or food residues could be converted in this type of hubs. Actually, this is something that is maybe most approachable, and so I think we should also try to find a way of how to interact with the textiles group, with the maybe with the EPR group, maybe with the hub group. The EPR is about the exponential responsibility and how I'm sure that there's also like interaction. So maybe we should have maybe, you know, 2-3 ambassadors that jump in other meetings and report back and be our ambassadors for them, something like that. Yeah, that could be interesting.
Okay, thank you. Anyone? If not, I think that I try to prepare kind of a poll, as I said, and also, you know, get a view or answer from other members group, what they think. I try to prepare it as simple as it possible, and we see how is, I said, the ratio of our interest. And regarding, I think I like your idea about this short video recording, that everyone would have a task to record or prepare one minute presentation of the case studies. And I try to also arrange it and maybe ask all members to do so. And we will see if we manage to gather pretty interesting materials, and then we can kind of montage it somehow. And regarding circular talk, we still, you have to also think, any of you, if you would like to contribute, which topic you would like to contribute. Maybe any of you would like to coordinate and take, on your main part of coordination that. So if you have some, I don't know, project topic which you would like to highlight during this circular talks, please, send it to me, and we try to maybe put together some program proposal, some tentative agenda for the circular talk. I'm not sure when we want to organize it. I think maybe before summer, because autumn is probably very busy. So maybe somewhere in June. Let's maybe aim for that. So now I would like to gather your ideas and your proposal, what it could be, what about it could be as well, some experts which could be invited to that, because circular talks, we can also invite some external experts. It's not only us from our membership coordinating group and our leadership group could participate, but also we can involve and invite some external experts. And also in October, we also organizing our circular week between 3 and 9 of October. And also I will send you information. So any of you would like to part of it, contribute, organize their own event, warmly welcome. And it's not only dedicated bioeconomy, it's broader. It's about, any topic connected with circularity. So I think that for now, yes. So we had this discussion. So if you would like to add something, do you have any comments? Maybe
I have a question. Maybe we should, as we are here all together, try to identify these cross posters. So I understand that Simina, you are also in the textile group. We need to identify maybe one person who is in this EPR group and another person who is like in this potentially in this hub group. Or is this something that we should maybe talk about right now, and then in the next meeting maybe to be more precise on what is it, what type of information is it that we want to exchange, because we're in the very beginning of this year's cycle. But is this something maybe also to think about already? Who could be the ambassadors? Yes. So any of you, if is present in other group, I'm not sure, Johannes, if this hub group will be existing, because like as I don't know, they wrote something that there is no coordinator, or I'm not sure. I don't know, Caroline. Do you know about this?
No. Yeah, we slightly modified the leadership groups according to the availability and capacity of the CG members leading the leadership groups. But for this cycle, there is no network hub leadership group.
So we have textiles, EPR. If any of you, in case Hubert, my colleague from Innovo is in EPR group, so that we can also cross connection with them. But yeah, we can think about it and try to make these links and bridging. Okay, anyone would like to add something? If not, so thank you very much. I will try to send you like summary this presentation with the links, then you can come back to our all kind of events which we organize. Again, thank you very much for your support, because we can't be happy with your great engagement and involvement. And as I said, we try to send also the opinion poll maybe to identify it and focus for this year. So thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.